Ever stared at your phone, a notification about a closed Monzo account staring back at you, and felt a knot of confusion tighten in your stomach? Maybe you're wondering what happened, or perhaps you know why but need to access funds or information still tied to that account. Whatever the reason, dealing with a closed bank account can feel like navigating a financial labyrinth. It's a situation many people find themselves in. Life happens. Maybe you switched banks, perhaps there was a misunderstanding, or in some cases, the bank might have had its own reasons for closing your account. Regardless of the circumstances, the immediate question that pops into your head is almost always the same: how do I even begin to sort this out? You're not alone in feeling this way. The world of banking, while increasingly digital and convenient, can sometimes feel opaque when things don't go as expected. And when your primary tool for managing your finances suddenly becomes inaccessible, it can be genuinely unsettling. So, let's cut through the confusion. You found yourself with a closed Monzo account and you need to get in touch with them. This video is going to be your comprehensive guide, walking you through the various avenues you can explore to contact Monzo and get the answers and resolutions you need. Now, before we dive into the how, it's worth briefly touching upon the why. Understanding why your account might have been closed can sometimes provide crucial context when you reach out. Banks, including Monzo, have regulatory obligations and internal policies that can lead to account closures. These reasons can range from inactivity to concerns about suspicious activity, breaches of their terms and conditions, or even at your own request. While Monzo generally aims to communicate the reason for closure, sometimes the specifics might be limited due to security or legal reasons. Knowing this isn't necessarily going to change how you contact them, but it can help you frame your communication and understand the potential responses you might receive. Alright, let's get down to the practical steps. How do you actually get in touch with Monzo when your account is closed and you can no longer access the app in the usual way? Here are the key methods you'll want to consider. 1. Email, the initial point of contact. While you might be used to the instant chat within the Monzo app, that option becomes unavailable once your account is closed. Therefore, email becomes a primary and often effective first point of contact. Monzo has a dedicated email address for customer support, and this is a great place to start your inquiry. The general support email address is email address removed. When you compose your email, be clear and concise. Here's what you should include. Subject line, make it clear what your email is about. Something like closed account inquiry, your full name, date of birth, will help them quickly identify the nature of your email. Your full name and date of birth, this is crucial for them to locate your closed account in their system. The email address associated with your closed Monzo account, this will further help them identify your record. A brief explanation of your inquiry, clearly state that your account has been closed and what you need assistance with. For example, my Monzo account was recently closed, and I would like to understand the reason for this. My Monzo account was closed, and I need to arrange the transfer of the remaining funds. My Monzo account was closed, and I have a question regarding a past transaction. Any relevant account details, if you remember them. This could include your sort code and account number, if you have them readily available, or the approximate date your account was closed. Your current contact information, provide a phone number and an alternative email address where they can reach you. What to expect? Response time, email responses can vary depending on the volume of inquiries Monzo is currently handling. Generally, you can expect a response within a few business days. Be patient, but if you haven't heard back after a reasonable period, say, a week, it might be worth sending a polite follow-up email. Information they might request. Monzo may need to ask you further security questions to verify your identity before they can provide specific information about your closed account. Be prepared to answer these. Next steps. Their initial response will likely acknowledge your inquiry and outline the next steps they will take or the information they can provide. 2. Social media, a public avenue, use with caution. Monzo has a presence on social media platforms like Twitter, X. While it might be tempting to reach out publicly, it's generally not the most secure or efficient way to discuss sensitive account-specific issues. However, social media can be useful for General inquiries. If you have a very general question about the process of contacting them for closed accounts, you might get a quick, non-account specific response. Checking for service updates. Monzo might occasionally post updates on their social media channels regarding potential delays in support or other relevant information. Important considerations for social media. Avoid sharing personal account details publicly. Never post your account number, date of birth, or other sensitive information on social media. Direct messages. If you do choose to reach out via direct message, keep your initial message brief and state that you have a closed account inquiry and would like to know the best way to proceed. They will likely direct you to the email address. Public posts. Be mindful that any public posts are visible to everyone. 3. The Monzo Community Forum, leveraging peer knowledge. The Monzo Community Forum is a vibrant online space where Monzo users discuss various topics related to the bank. While Monzo staff actively participate in the forum, it's primarily a peer-to-peer support network. How it can help with a closed account. Finding existing threads. Search the forum for keywords like closed account or contact after account closure. Other users may have shared their experiences and the steps they took. Asking for general advice. You can post a question asking for general guidance on how to contact Monzo about a closed account. Other community members might share their insights. Limitations of the community forum. No direct access to your account information. The forum is a public space, and community members, including Monzo staff in their public capacity, will not be able to access or discuss your specific account details. Not a substitute for direct contact. The forum should be seen as a source of general information and peer support, not as a direct line to resolve your individual closed account issues. 4. The Financial Ombudsman Service, FOS escalation when necessary. If you've gone through Monzo's complaints process, which you can initiate via the email address mentioned earlier, and you're still not satisfied with the outcome, or if Monzo hasn't responded to your complaint within a reasonable time frame, typically 8 weeks, you have the right to escalate your case to the Financial Ombudsman Service. The Financial Ombudsman Service is an independent body that helps to resolve disputes between financial businesses and their customers. It's a free service for consumers. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.